Well, last year, after a rocky start, we really found our form, and it was greatly due to our defensive strength. And we're really lucky this year because we returned the core of that defense to this year's team. So when we look back at the 15 games unbeaten and the shutout streak that we have, it's something we want to continue going into this season. But when I look at last year, I couldn't be prouder of some of the young guys stepping up and really making a difference and having them come back and still be here for another 3 years is going to be a great thing for us. So I think that defense is going to be a real sort of backbone of our team this year, and then the offense will come with a lot of new guys as we build the offense and they become familiar with what we're asking them to do. Well, offensively, it's going to be a lot of new guys to step up. Dylan Rich handled a great deal of the scoring for us last year, and overall we had 31 goals graduate. So that's a lot of goals to replace. But Harris Salem is looking quite strong. I think he's going to really pick up his scoring from last year. I think Jack Parham is going to do the same. And then we have some new guys coming in, and I'm expecting some new guys to really play pivotal parts in our attack this year. I'm really excited about the middle of the park right now. Ollie Dolberg, who's been a 3-time All-Conference player and All-Region player, returns, and he's going to really be the anchor to that center midfield. But Danny Tran has really stepped up his play, and I think he's going to have a breakout year. And then we have a couple new people who are going to be in there, and I think surprising people as they're going to be impactful right away. Well, Jack Rollins and Seth Chapman have manned the middle of the park since mid-September last year, and they had a great deal of responsibility for that shutout streak and the unbeaten games. And they've grown a bit, they've matured a bit, now they're going to be sophomores this year. We actually refer to them as Frick and Frack because I think they share a brain, and that's a wonderful thing for 2 center backs to do. So they're going to be a huge piece of that defense, and Eric Recchi, a junior captain on the right-hand side, is always a vocal leader for the team. Michael Nick in goal, he's as steady as they come and as smart as they come. So as long as he continues in that trend, then I'm sure those guys in front of him and senior captain Griffin Scott on the left-hand side will shore up things, and hopefully we can keep clean sheets more often this year. Well, we're excited to get Harry Pinkerton back. He had 2 knee surgeries in the off-season and only played in a couple games last year, so he brings phenomenal pace and excitement to the game that will help us. But I also think that Michael Kutzenzera and Sam Bass, as 2 incomers who are new this year, they're going to really add a bit of spice and creativity to the game, which I think will be great for our team and great for fans in the stands as well. Well, I think one of the things about our league that I don't think a lot of people outside the league know is that every single game is a losable game for every single team. And that really makes it challenging because you really have to be playing your best for every game. And as you get through the long season, that can be tricky because your players will have ups and downs, and through midterms it can get challenging, so there's always a risk there. But what I've seen is, with Bridgewater making the final last year, with Lynchburg always being really strong, with Valwez really making some big gains towards the end of the season there. I know Roanoke has a great recruiting class coming in. Randolph-Macon's always tough, and I could go on. And when you look at those games and you look at it's week in and week out, you have 2 of those challenges ahead of you. It becomes quite challenging, and given the 8-game conference schedule we have this year, every point and every goal is going to matter. Typically our conferences places going into the championships or 1-point difference puts you in one spot or the other. And I think there's going to be even more of that this year, and I really do think it's going to come back to goal differential at times because of the 8-game schedule is not going to be able to separate out people as much.